on the walk into Slimbridge Wetlands Centre, so I'm working there today, and thought we'd do a video on a nature walk. Now, not everyone's commute is going to be like this, walking through the countryside, but you can just keep an eye open for nature that's around you, basically. There's always something around to have a look at, and I'm going to do a series of videos on doing nature walks, things to look out for, how to identify things, but I'm going to start out with a series of videos out here on the walk into Slimbridge. So we're walking along the ditch and I've just spotted these two wildflowers here. Now the one with the white flowers up here, that's comfrey, and it looks like there's a pinky purple cousin down there. I'm not sure if it's a purple variety of the white comfrey or if it's a different species, so that's something that needs to be looked up later on. So I spotted the purple comfrey, and there's loads of it running along the ditch here. It's a big patch all the way running along, and here's a better shot of the flowers closer up, and it has those tube-shaped flowers that puts it in the borage family, and the leaves are same shape as comfrey leaves roughly, a little bit fuzzy, which is another clue that it's a relative, I think, but again, more research needed. So I was walking along and I spotted just behind the nettles here on the leaf of the bindweed there is a massive bush cricket. So let's see if I can give you guys a look at the bush cricket. There it is. You see it on the leaf? Just there. And I can tell that it's a cricket because the shape of it, the antennae are quite long. I don't know if you can see on its head, but it does have quite long antennas, and grasshoppers have short antennas. These crickets have quite long ones. Let's see if we can zoom in for you there. There you go. And the shape of the bits that stick out the bottom there can tell if it's a male or female. And I've forgotten what shape is what, but we'll look it up later on. And that's the thing on a nature walk, is you don't have to know what everything is right away, especially nowadays in the days of mobile technology where your phone's got a camera on it, so just take a snap and look it up later. But knowing a few key characteristics that you're looking for can help you get a rough ballpark. So here it definitely looks grasshopper or crickety, and it's got that kind of short body, very long antenna, so pretty sure that that is going to be some type of cricket, and probably based on the shape of it with the very long legs and the stoutness of the body, it's going to be a bush cricket, but more research required. So we'll leave it in peace now, and I've managed to avoid being stung by the nettles, and we'll keep going. So I'm walking down the towpath now, and I've been seeing quite a lot of this plant here, and not sure exactly what it is. My guess is hogweed maybe, but there's some clues that will help me look it up later. One is the flowers there. So again, this one is definitely an umbellifer, which is the carrot family, and you can tell because of the shape of the flower. It's kind of like a big dish, big circle, made of lots of little flowers. And with umbellifers, it's important, or it can be important to note, are they flat or do they make a dome? So in this case, it's flat. And also, I noticed that some of the flowers, particularly the ones around the edges, tend to have bigger petals than the ones in the middle. So I'll remember that. And fortunately, also, we've got some seed heads. So we'll get some good video of the seed heads, because the shape of those can sometimes be useful as well. And it's growing in quite a wet area, and there is a relative of theirs called water dropwort, or hemlock water dropwort, which is poisonous. But quite a lot of the plants in this family are quite friendly and edible. So there's the carrot, cumin's in the same family, parsley's in the same family, so they can be quite sort of fragrant, aromatic, useful in cooking, but be careful because there are a couple poisonous ones. I don't think it's hemlock though, because the leaves are quite different. These ones are pointy, and hemlock I think has lots of smaller little leaflets, so I don't think it's that. But this could be an important character as well, the fact that the stem of the leaf, the petiole, has this kind of rolled around shape, so we'll remember that as well when we're looking up. And I'm going to take off a little tiny bit and see if it smells of anything. Nope. Bit grassy maybe, but we'll remember that as well. Ooh, and now that I'm crouching down, I've spotted a couple other things. There's a couple spiders here. There's one with an egg sac, just over there. So that's going to be the female, and it's going to be a kind of wolf spider carrying its egg sac around, and that helps it regulate the temperature of the eggs to help them mature as quickly as it can. So not too hot, not too cold. So right now, it's sort of a chilly morning. It's sort of 17, 16 degrees, so it's basking in the sun to warm it up. So speaking of umbellifers, here's our mystery one again, with the seeds and the flowers with the big petals. And one of the keys to recognizing this family, other than the shape of the flowers as I mentioned, is the shape of the leaves. So these ones have these quite big pointy sections that the leaves are divided into. It's divided into these sort of leaflets. And on umbellifers, often the leaves have that kind of shape. So here, there's their cousin. This one here is probably cow parsley, related to parsley, and if you look at the leaves, it again has that shape where it's divided into fine sections, these fine leaflets, often with little points in the end. And if you think back to parsley, which is in the same family, it is also divided into these very fine parts, and that's something to look for in the umbellifers. So I can tell what this one is even without having the flowers there, because the leaves in this family are quite distinctive. So we are coming up to Slimbridge now, so that's going to be the end of the walk, but I hope you got a couple tips from this, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.